Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Doing a book haul today, and this is probably gonna be my last book haul for the year because I need to like unhaul some books. But yeah, we're going to get into the video. This is actually my first time filming all month. It is November 29th, and this is my first time filming. I have been sick all month long, guys. I had COVID, then I had a really bad sinus infection again. So yeah, it feels so good to like finally be filming. And I was like, you know, why not? You know, Black Friday just passed, and I did do a little Black Friday shopping. And then I also have just like, you know, been buying books like just, you know, over the last month. So I was like, well, let me include those. So yeah, I think we have like 20 something books here. So I also have a Christmas stack, so we'll touch that stack last. But yes, I'm so excited to read Christmas books this year. I have so many downloaded on my Kindle as well. So I'm just like, you know, Christmas books all December. But yeah, let's get into the book haul. Okay, so let's get started. So I have a bunch of series in here, and so like hopefully we get through this pretty quickly. I'm not going to read the back of every single one just because some of them are like the middle book of a series, and so I am trying to go into books blind. So if I don't know anything about it, I'll try to glance and see, but I don't want to ruin too much. First book though is Beg You to Trust Me by B. Celeste. It's the London Youth series. This is the second book in the series. The third book comes out, I think December it comes out. But it's a football romance, and this one covers Danny and Skylar. I have not read the first one. I think the first one is called well, I thought she was gonna have her other, oh yes, she does have her other titles here. Dare You to Hate Me is the other one. But yeah, it's looks like she moves across, it's a college football romance. Skylar moves across the country for college, where she thought she'll be able to reinvent herself, until one drunken party at a football house changes her entire freshman year. She wakes in an unfamiliar bed with 1,000 questions, unable to piece together her foggy memories of the night, but she knows her heart will never be the same. So I did see there's some trigger warnings at the front, so yeah, it looks like it does cover some heavy topics, but I'm super excited to get into this series. I love football romances. Like, I don't read them as often as I read like hockey romances, but football romances are a good go-to for me. So super excited for this one. This is a duology. I think there's a third book in the series, but it's not out yet. But it is Trial of the Sun Queen and Rule of the Ore King by Nisha J. Tooley, I think is how you pronounce her name. But this is the first book, this is the second book. And it is a fantasy. So it says 10 women, a deadly contest, only one can win the Sun King's heart. And that's when I saw that, it just gave me like it kind of reminded me of The Serpent and Wings of the Night. I mean, it's like the contest is for different things, but like, I don't know, I just feel like it's going to be action filled, and it's going to keep me interested how The Serpent and Wings of the Night did. And then this one says, I'm not his conquest, I'm not his claim, I am my own castle. So I guess like it continues, whoever wins this one, maybe this book covers, you know, that, and it's much thicker than this one. But yeah, I'm super excited to dive into these because I love a good fantasy that just gets straight into the story. And so I'm really hoping that these two are, you know, like that, because sometimes, you know, you just need action-packed, and I just have been loving action-packed books lately. But next I have A Love Catastrophe by Helena Hunting. I think, is she the author of The Kiss Quotient? I think she's the author of The Kiss Quotient. I can't remember, but I saw this one at Barnes & Noble, and it was actually on the buy one get one half off table. So I was like, like I had grabbed another book from the table, and I was like, well, I need another book. So I was like, well, let me just grab something by Helena, because everything else on the table, I don't know, I just wasn't, I either had it or wasn't that interested in it. But yeah, I know she writes really good, just like cheesy rom-coms, I think. And so this one says, the fur is about to fly between a cheerful cat sitter and a grumpy hockey nerd. So looks like we have, I thought I said grumpy hockey player, but I said we have a sports romance, but no, it looks like he's just a hockey nerd. He just loves hockey. And so yeah, let's see. Okay, so it's the internet famous. Oh wow, okay, yeah, she's internet famous over like cat knowledge. I don't really know much about cats. I'm not a cat person, unfortunately. I'm so sorry for all my cat people out there. I am very much a dog person. But looks like she is popular over her cat knowledge, and maybe I think she maybe babysits or cat sits his cat. I don't know, we'll see. Sounds interesting. Looks like it'll just be a quick read, like if I'm in the middle of fantasies or something. I just love grabbing books like this because, you know, you never know when you just need like a good fantasy just to, I mean, not a good fantasy, a good romance just to, like, you know, a palate cleanser, or just something to just like, sometimes fantasy books and stuff can take so long to get through, and you're just like, I just want something that, you know, no brain power. So but next I have the last two books in the Lancaster Prep series of the new covers. So it's actually not the last two books in the series, but it's the last two books that come out of the new cover. So this is the first one, I think. Things I want to say, this is actually the very first book in the series, and then Promises We Meant to Keep, I think, is the third book in the series. So yeah, oh my gosh, she just basically had her books republished by, I think it's Entangled. Yeah, Entangled Publishing. So you guys know I love the Lancaster Prep series. Like, that's really one of my favorite series ever, and so I had to start collecting her new covers. So I officially have all the new covers now, and they're gonna look so cute on my bookshelf. And yeah, I cannot wait. I still have I think I have 2 more books in the series to read, I think. So I plan to hopefully read those pretty soon. Yeah, I love them. They look so freaking cute. I have 2 other books that go to series. So I actually got the other 2 books from the Hoop series by Kennedy Ryan. I read what's called Long Shot. I read Long Shot a few months ago, and guys, absolutely devoured it. I loved it so much. And I have the original covers, but they're all of men, and you guys already know, I'm pretty sure every booktuber has this ick of men on the cover. I'm sure every book reader has that ick. And so when I saw she was having her books republished, of course I had to get them, and they look so freaking cute. So I already have Long Shot in the new cover, but now I have Hook Shot and Block Shot. So I'm super excited to continue this series because I just loved it so much. I loved the first one. I know the second one, they're not I know the third one is kind of connected to the first one because it's like a relative, but the second book, I don't think it's like connected. So we'll see. But yeah, you know, we love a little basketball romance. Who doesn't love a sports romance in general? But a basketball romance is just even better. I told you guys, series, I have just like been into series, and I don't know, I'm the person, I try so hard not to be the person to buy a complete series before I read the first book, but I'm working on it. You know, sometimes I do good, sometimes I'm like, I need all of them. And so this one has actually been on my Amazon wishlist for so long. So once I saw Target was having a sale, which was buy 2 get 1 free on all their books, and so I was like, this is my perfect opportunity to finally get this series. And I actually technically got 1 free, so I technically bought 2. But it is the Dark Element series by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and I have so many of her books, and I just like, don't ask me if I read them because the answer is no. But I don't know, I just like have such high expectations for her books. And this one, I don't know, I just feel like this one had been on my list for so long, and as much as I want to start the Fire and Flesh novels or the other series she has, Blood and Ash, I'm like, I don't feel like I want to start that. I feel like I want to start something else, like some of her previous work. And so I was like, this is probably gonna be the one I'm gonna start with. So once I finally got it, it's been on my, well, the first book has been on my TBR now. I put it officially on my TBR. So hopefully I, you know, get to it soon. But let's see. Okay, so this is the first one, and it says One Kiss Can Kill. So Layla wants to be normal, fit in at school, go out on real dates and do typical teenager things. Trouble is, Layla is anything but normal, and her longtime crush, Zane, treats her like a little sister. Half demon, half gargoyle. Layla has abilities that no one else possesses, and even though Zane is a warden, part of the race of gargoyles tasked with hunting demons and keeping humanity safe. Layla's kiss will kill anything with the soul, including him. So, sounds interesting. I actually, this kind of, I mean, it's just the kiss thing that reminds me. I'm currently reading the, I don't really know what the series is called, but the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. I just read the first one, and so when it reminds me of the kiss can kill, that's what it reminds me of. Jax. I love Jax. But yeah, so hopefully I start this one soon. Like I said, it's White Hot Kiss, and then you have Stone Cold Touch, and then Every Last Breath. And so this one says one touch can heal, and then this one says each breath may be the last. I'm not going to read the synopsis because, as you guys know, I don't want to know what happens. I want to still go into this one. So yes, this is the other trilogy that I got by Jennifer L. Armentrout. So guys, hear me out. This is actually my Target stack. Like I said, Target had a buy two get one free, so technically I only paid for like 6 of these books, and I got 3 of these books free. That's girl math / book math. But the next series I got was the Lost and Found series by Catherine Cowles, and actually the series is not finished. This is the first 3 books. The 4th and 5th book, the 4th book is out, but Target didn't have like the alternative cover, so that kept me from getting it. And then the 5th book comes out, I think, in December or January. It comes out soon. And so if you guys don't know, I absolutely loved, oh my gosh, it's the Laura Pavlov Cotton Cove series. I was like, what's the name of the series? And I am currently reading the last book in that world, and so I just love the little small town, like not much brain power, but it's like a big family, so many siblings, and I've just fallen in love with it. And so her newsletters, her and Catherine Cowles seem to like do each other's newsletters a lot, so I feel like her writing may be a lot similar to Laura Pavlov's writing. And so this is her most current series, and so I'm super excited to start it. And plus the alternative covers are just so cute, guys. Like, these are freaking adorable. And so yeah, it says Nash Hartley has always been my everything. He hadn't always just been my brother's best friend. One night, a single moment cast me everything. Okay, so looks like we have a best friends to lovers, a brother's best friend, and then a possible one night stand. Looks like those are the tropes that it's giving. So yeah, let me know if you guys want like a reading vlog of this series, because like I said, after reading the Cotton Cove series, I have literally just fallen in love with like these kind of romances. And the next trilogy, which this also is a series that's not completed. I think the 4th book actually just came out, like right before I ordered these. But it is the Vancouver Storm series, I think is what it's called. But it's by Megan Quinn, and it's Kiss and Don't Tell, 3 Little Words, and Right Man, Right Time, which I think this is actually the first one. Vancouver Agitators, not the Vancouver Storms. I don't know where I got storms from, but yeah, hockey romance. So, you know, I literally have read, I don't even know how many hockey romances I read this month already, but obviously I am very much in my sports era once again. So these have also been on my wish list for a while, and so, you know, buy 2 get 1 free. Target was calling my name. And now looking back, I'm like, Jasmine, you know, you just could have got the first book in each of these series, and you would have only, but you know what, you only live once. Hey, might as well get the whole series, right? Might as well go all or go home. Is that the saying? Go all or go home? I feel like that's so wrong, but that like sounded right. I don't know. I just had a brain fart somehow. Anyway, I gotta go on a book buying ban again. Like I said, I need to unhaul some books. So if you guys do not follow me on Pango Books, add me on Pango Books. The link will be in my description box, because I will be unhauling a lot of books, because I have officially run out of space on my bookshelves, and I really don't want to have to buy another bookshelf, because I really don't know where I'm even put another bookshelf. So the only other option is to get rid of books, and that hurts my heart to say, but I feel like we have hit that point in my book buying. So add me on Pango Books, because I will be listing books probably over like the next few weeks to try to make space for my new babies, for them to have a home. Next I have Princess of Souls, and I actually got this one from Black Whales because, spoiler alert, the cover that Amazon sells, I'm just not here for it, and so I ended up having to get it on Black Whales. But it's the second book in the To Kill a Kingdom world, and I honestly don't really know, I don't even remember what To Kill a Kingdom is about, but I know Rachel Catherine, I think she read it and she absolutely loved it, so I bought it. And when I saw the second book, I was like, well, fantasy, I feel like, you know, you just gotta go ahead and get them all, because they always end on a cliffhanger and it's just horrible having to wait. You know, it's just, you just gotta do it. This one just says, a girl cursed for eternity, a boy on a quest for vengeance. There are many who believe they can cheat death. When they fail, I take their souls, every single one. So I don't know if To Kill a Kingdom is different characters. I don't know, but it has a map at the front. Yeah, I don't know if To Kill a Kingdom is like different characters or if it's like a continuation. I don't know if this is a continuation of To Kill a Kingdom, but needless to say, I got it. And yeah, I just, you know, I think we've reached that point. There's no point of me like trying to give you guys excuses as to why I bought it. I had the first book, I wanted the second book, so I got it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry guys, I've just, it's been so bad. My book buying is, let's move on. I have Filthy Rich Vampire by Geneva Lee. I actually have been seeing this everywhere. I think I saw it on, I think it was Instagram. I don't think it was TikTok. I think it was Instagram, but I also saw it, Kindle Unlimited recommended it to me, and so I was like, oh, they're recommending me stuff, so you know it must be good, because Kindle Unlimited know what I be reading. And so yeah, it says forbidden fruit, taste the sweetest, Julian has a problem. He's single, and for the world's wealthiest vampires, the social season is about to begin. Julian would rather stake himself than participate in the marriage market, but as the eldest eligible, he's expected to find a wife before the season ends, whether he likes it or not. So sounds interesting. Also, last month I read My Roommate is a Vampire, and I don't know, vampire stories have just been, you know, maybe that's why it's popped up on my Kindle, but I've been loving vampire stories, so you know, why not? This is actually the second book, and it's actually supposed to be, I think this one is supposed to be a movie as well, possibly, but it's Your Fault by Mercedes Ron. And then if you don't know, My Fault came out a few months ago, I think, or at least the movie came out recently. And so yeah, she just either republished, or I don't know if it's republished or if it's like a brand new book. But yeah, it's the second book in like this world, and it says, how did I fall? Easy. He turned my world upside down. And like I said, My Fault, I know, has gotten like so much talk. It was all over TikTok, especially when the movie came out. People were like, it's like the perfect like adaptation. I was like, what's the word I'm looking for? The perfect adaptation. So of course I'm like, I gotta read the books first, so here we are. But it says, my world sank into darkness, shadows, solitude, a prison designed expressly for me, but I deserved it. This time I deserved it. When Noah fell in love with Nicholas, she knew their relationship would never be easy. The two of them are fire and electricity, and when they're together, every kind of spark flies. After last summer, Noah thought their passion had grown stronger than their fear, but their lives are about to turn upside down now that she's starting university. Moving away while maintaining her relationship with Nick will be a difficult hurdle. Their age difference, campus life, dangerous past, and inner demons keep stalking them both, reminding them of all they still don't know about each other. So yeah, we'll see what it's about. I hope it's doesn't make me cry. I'm like, don't make me cry. Next I have another two books by Megan Quinn, which now these I do know these are republished. So Bloom Book has picked up this series, and so this is a Not So Meet Cute and So Not Meant to Be. So it's the first 2 books in this world. The 3rd book comes out some point next year, I think. It's called A Long Time Coming. But yeah, the original covers of course have me on the front, and I think I even have one of them in a hardcover and the rest in paperback. So I am probably going to list those on my Pango Books now that I have these covers. So if you guys don't care what the covers look like, look out for those being listed on my Pango Books, because I'm just like, what was I thinking when I bought those? So yeah, one of my friends, actually 2 of my friends, they love Megan Quinn, and they both love this series. So I've been saying I'm going to read it forever, but I just could not get past the covers. You know, I'm a person, like, in order for me to want to read it, I have to be attracted to the cover. And right now, I just wasn't attracted to the cover to, like, you know, immediately want to pick it up. So now I'm hoping that this makes me pick it up. But next, I have Betting on You by Lynn Painter, which this is her newest release. And I think this is a YA, I think. But I actually just read Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I do not know why I put it off for so long. It was literally so cute. I did read The Do-Over I actually read it on Valentine's Day. Like, that was what I can't even remember if the book occurred on Valentine's Day or not. I think it did, but I know I read it on Valentine's Day. Yeah, it was a Valentine's Day thing. I don't know, guys. My February was so long ago. But yeah, so I was in Barnes & Noble, and y'all, I love Barnes & Noble because they tend to put out books early. So I got it on Black Friday, and I also got to do my quadruple points for the little Black Friday thing. But yeah, so this is also the Barnes & Noble exclusive version, so includes special content. So super excited. Like I said, I loved Better Than the Movie, so super excited to start this one. I also have the Love Wager by her, which I need to read. But it looks like they actually cover the 2 books that I've just read by her. So I'm guessing this one is probably like, yeah, I think these are all her YA, and then Love Wager is like her adult romance, I think. Let me know if you know. But yeah, super excited to start this one. Like I said, after reading Better Than the Movies, I'm like, yes. Is Better Than the Movies turning into an actual movie? I don't know. Did I hear that, or did I just make that up in my head because the title has movies in it? I don't know. I feel like that possibly was a true movie, or it's supposed to become a movie. I don't know. Okay, but next I have The Way I Am Now by Amber Smith, and this is the 2nd book in the duology. I think this is just going to be the only book after, but the original book is called The Way I Used to Be, and I actually got it when I was looking for sad books, and I never got a chance to read it. But I saw the 2nd book had released, and so I'm like, okay, I need to read the first one so I can read the 2nd one. But yeah, this is a sequel, so I think it's just going to be this one. But let's see. It says Eden and Josh never had a fair shot at a healthy relationship. When they dated in high school, they each had their own problems, secrets that got in the way of the deep connection they felt toward one another. Unbeknownst to Josh, Eden has carried the burden of a devastating sexual assault, while Josh was coping with his own private struggles of having an alcoholic father. So, sounds like a lot. So, you know, once I'm ready to finally cry again, I will make sure the first one is I pick up so I could get to this one, because this one does sound very interesting, but it also sounds like it can be a lot as well. So hopefully it brings the tears when I'm ready for it. Now let's get into the Christmas books I got. Okay guys, so super excited for these. Not all of these are like obvious Christmas books, but like when I typed in Christmas books, these are recommendations that popped up. So, you know, I went to Target, went to Amazon, and started picking some. Because yeah, even though I have Christmas books that I have yet to touch, I'm excited. You know, Christmas time, you just gotta get new Christmas books, you know. Like, some of these are new releases, I think so. Yeah, some of these are new releases. So, let's get into them. The first one, which this is the one that I have seen everywhere. I do not know why, but this one is at the top, and it better be good. But it's called The XMen Holidays by Zoe Allison. And it just says, it's hard to escape your ex when you're working together over Christmas in the Scottish Highlands, but being stuck together might be the best possible present in the sparkling new contemporary romance. So yeah, I think it'll be good. I mean, it sounds like it'll be good. The XMen Holidays, like, you know, X's, let's see. I mean, obviously, they're obviously going to get together at the end, you know. Let's not play dumb and act like we don't know how these books end. But, you know, we're going to eat it up every time. We're going to eat it up every time, and super excited. So, next I have, this is a newer release, not a newer release. I think it came in like a month or two ago. But it's by Beth O'Leary. It's called The Wakeup Call. And so this one says, 2 hotel receptionists and arch-rivals, oh Lord, find a collection of old wedding rings and compete to return them to their owners, discovering their own love story along the way. And so I actually read Flat Share by Beth O'Leary a few months ago. I did it on audio, which I did enjoy it, but I think I just wasn't in the mood for like that kind of romance. I don't know, the first half was slow, the second half really grasped my attention. So I'm willing to like try another Beth O'Leary book, and this one sounds interesting. Like, it happens over the holidays, because at first I was like, this doesn't sound right, but it says the hotel won't stay afloat beyond the holiday season without some sort of miracle. So that's when I knew it was a holiday book, and I was like, perfect, holiday books, what I need. So there we are. But next I have The Christmas Wish by Lindsay Kelk. And actually there's a little blurb by Emily Henry, and she just said, I'll read anything she writes. And so it says, ever wished it could be Christmas every day? Wish again. Newly single lawyer Gwen Baker is hoping that a family Christmas countryside, a mountain of food and festive films will salve the sting of her career hanging by a thread and her heart being trampled on, because everyone else has their life sorted. Even Dev, her boy next door crush, is now tall, dark, and handsome stranger with a fiance. She can't help wishing her future was clearer. So let's see what happens. I wonder if it's like a Groundhog Day thing, just because I said ever wish it could be Christmas every day, wish again. I wonder if she just keeps going through the same day. I don't know, but it sounds like it'll be a quick, easy novel. I'm just really into the Christmas novellas that I can knock out in like a day or two, just to like keep me in the holiday spirit. But next I have Catherine Wash's holiday romance. She's meant to be catching flights, not catching feelings. And I'm not gonna lie, that statement alone had me add this to my cart. I do not know anything else about this book except that she's supposed to be catching flights and not catching feelings. That's all I know. That's all I know. It had me sold. But it says Molly and Andrew are just trying to get home to Ireland for the holidays when a freak snowstorm grounds their flights. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna read. And you know, we're just gonna find out why she not catching flights but catching feelings. You know, why she catching flights, why she not catching flights but catching feelings. Girl, get on your Zoom. Get on your Zoom. You're supposed to be catching flights. Impulse buy, most definitely. The Santa Suit by Mary Kay Andrews, and it just says miracles where you least expect them. And it just, when newly divorced Ivy Perkins by an old farmhouse site unseen, she is definitely looking for a change in her life. The Four Roses, as the farmhouse is called, is a labor of love, but Ivy didn't bargain on just how much labor. The previous family left so much furniture and so much junk that it's a full-time job sorting through it all. Looks like she finds a old Santa suit. It's filled with notes written in a childish hand. It's from a little girl who has one Christmas wish, and that is for her father to return home from the war. The discovery sets Ivy off on a mission. Who wrote the note? Did the man ever come home? What mysteries did the Rose family hold? Ivy Quest brings her into the community at a time when all she wanted to do was be left alone and nurse her wounds. But the magic of Christmas makes miracles happen, and Ivy just might find more than she ever thought possible. A welcoming town, a family reunited, a mystery solved, and a second chance at love. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be, this is gonna be so cute. And it's super short. It looks like it's only 200 pages, 207 pages to be exact. But oh my gosh, also I love the storyline of the little girl and her father, like with war. I just relate to that because I'm a military child, I guess. And so I just, anytime like girls like in their father's military, it just like it hits a spot for me because girl, I know the feeling, I know it. So yeah, I really am excited to read this. I may put this at the top of my like Christmas novella list because I want to know what happens. Like, what's the mystery, and does her dad come home from war? Like, I hope he does, please. But next I have the 12 Dates of Christmas by Jenny Bayliss, and it just says one man, 12 Mr. not one man, whew, one woman, 12 Mr. Rights. What could go wrong? So looks like let's see, when it comes to relationships, 34-year-old Kate Turner is ready to say bah humbug. Have y'all heard that saying before? I've never heard that saying. But it says the sleepy town of Blexford, England isn't exactly brimming with prospects. In any ways, Kate's found fulfillment in her career as a designer and in her delicious side job baking for her old friends Matt's Neighborhood Cafe. But then her best friend signs her up for a dating agency that promises to help singles find love before the holidays. 23 days until Christmas, 12 dates with 12 different men. The odds must finally be in her favor, right? Okay, I'm excited for that. I'm excited. That, I feel like there's another book I have that kind of gives off the same vibes. I just don't remember the title. It's somewhere and it kind of reminds me of that, which makes me want to read that now too. So we'll see. Like I said, Christmas, I'm just like, you know, all the Christmas novellas, throw them at me, give them to me. So yeah, we'll see. And then next I have The Good Part by Sophie Cousins. This is a new release, and it says Lucy Young is 26 and tired of fetching coffees for senior TV producers, sick of going on disastrous dates, and done with living in a damp flat with roommates who never buy toilet paper. It says, after another disappointing date, Lucy stumbles upon a wishing machine. Pushing a coin into the slot, Lucy closes her eyes and wishes with all her might, please let me skip the good part of my life. Oh, let me skip to the, I thought I said please let me skip to the good part of my life. When she wakes up the next morning to a handsome man, a ring on her finger, a high-powered job, and 2 storybook perfect children, Lucy can't believe this is real, especially when she looks in the mirror and staring back at her own 40-something face. She really has skipped ahead like she always wanted, or has she simply forgotten a huge chunk of her life? As Lucy begins to embrace new relationships and perks of maturity, she'll have to ask herself, can she go back to her previous life? And if so, can she stand to leave the good part behind? That sounds interesting. But I also kind of wonder, like, dang it, I just lost my train of thought that quick. I mean, yo, what was I gonna say? I feel like she should go back because now she can see how she got there. Like, she can see how long she's been married, so like she can do the math, you know. But yeah, I'm super excited. I honestly don't know how this turned. How is this a Christmas? I don't know, guys. This is supposed to be holiday, and I'm kind of maybe, I don't know. It just, I don't know. Is this a holiday romance? I hope it is. Something holiday about it. It doesn't sound it from what I just read, but we will see. Hopefully it is though. But then I have another book by Sophie Cousins called This Time Next Year. And it says, how many chances to meet your perfect match? And it says, their lives began together, but their worlds couldn't be more different. After years of misconnections, they're about to meet again. That's all I'm gonna read. That's all I'm gonna read. Because it's a long little back thing. We will see what it is about. But yeah, I think this is supposed to be a holiday romance though. Okay, well, it looks like it's New Year's, like a New Year's thing. So we shall see. I don't know if I'm gonna read, I don't know which one I'm gonna read this month. Well, not this month, but next month. Which one should I read? Let me know. Should I read This Time Next Year or The Good Part? Let me know, because I'm not gonna read both this month. Not this month. Well, by the time this is up, it will be December. But yeah, I'm not gonna read both. So let me know. But next, okay, this is another one that I've seen everywhere, and I actually have a few books by this author, and I think they're all Christmas books. I wonder if this author only writes Christmas books. That'll be funny. But it's called Nick and Noel's Christmas Playlist, which I have, like I said, I have seen everywhere as well. TikTok, Instagram. Like, this is one of the top books that come up when you search Christmas romance books. But it says, this Christmas story just got remixed. Nick's winter Christmas at home is nothing like he planned. What was supposed to be a memorable holiday with his longtime girlfriend goes sour when he learns she cheated on him while he was overseas. At least Nick can rely on his usual shift at the family Christmas tree farm with his best friend Noel and her endless supply of Christmas tunes to uplift his spirits. A night of fun together is just what he needs to forget about his ex, but then they kiss and it feels so right. Okay. And then Monica Murphy, which you guys know, author of the Land Cancer Prep series and one of my favorite authors, she has a little blurb. She says, Cody Halls always knows how to bring all the feels. So yeah, it says happily ever after is the perfect Christmas present. So I'm excited to read this one. I know this is going to be on my, like, I know I'm going to read that one this month. Yeah, we're just going to stick this month, December. So yeah, super excited to read that one. But then last but certainly not least, I have the 'Tis the Season for Revenge by Morgan Elizabeth, and this one has been on my wish list, like my Christmas little wish list, like Christmas books. But what sold me, I saw Des on Instagram. She posted like a reel on Instagram talking about Christmas books, and when she did this one, that was my cue. I was like, you know what, Jasmine, stop trying to debate if you want this one or not, just get it. Des has endorsed it, you go for it. So yeah, it's I think it's a enemies to lovers, it's a holiday rom-com. It says Abby Keller thought that Richard Benson the third will be her forever. In their 4 years of dating, she never doubted that she wouldn't end up with his grandmother's engagement ring on her finger. Sure, she had to change a few things about herself to fit that mode, like dyeing her hair, dressing more conservatively, and finding golf enjoyable. But she was sure that at the end of it all, it would be worth it. That is, until she leaves her crying outside, until he leaves her crying outside her apartment wearing a Halloween costume, having it broken off with her because she's not serious enough. She was just fun, he tells her, and now that Richard is becoming partner at his law firm and his sites, he needs to focus on work. So she does what every girl does when she's broken up with. She calls her friends, get drunk, dyes her hair, and formulates her plan for revenge. It just so happens that the universe supports her efforts and gives her the perfect match to prove to her ex that he made a huge mistake, his boss. Ooh. Abby starts dating the founding partner of Richard's law firm, Damien, with one thing in mind, convincing him to invite her to the huge annual Christmas party as his date. But when the relationship starts to become something more than casual dating, and Abby sees that the tough New York lawyer has a soft side, will she be able to follow through with her plan of deceit? Okay, that's interesting. Please tell me that she falls for the boss, because girl, he rich. He is rich. Forget about Richard. I can tell you that now. Forget about him. He ain't no good no more. Go for Damien. Even the name sounds better. Damien and Richard. Girl, if you don't go for Damien. But yeah, Abby, I hope you make the right decision. We're gonna definitely find out. This is only 286 pages, and this is the first book in like a world. Like, there's 3 books in this little world, but I think they're just standalones. We'll see. But yeah, this is the first one, so I'm super excited to read this one. And this is only my first Morgan Elizabeth book, and I've heard really good things about her writing. So yes, but that is all the books. I don't even know how many books that was, maybe 20 something books. Let me know if you count it. So yeah, I'm not gonna even try to grab all these books because, you know, there's a lot of them. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and without further ado, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. What if I just like threw the books? Bye guys.